had my apartment for a couple years up there, and then the morning of the fire, craziest thing ever, my mom so I had a doctor's appointment in Chico, which is just next to, if you're familiar with that, right next to Paradise. And it was at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I only see this doctor like once every 6 months, so we picked that morning at 9 o'clock, which is just really bizarre. But my mom texted me and said, "Hey son, there's a fire in the area. It looks like it's pretty bad." And I'm like, okay, there's always a fire in the area. Like this is a normal thing, you know? And I'm looking at her text. I feel like she's being over the top. And I look outside and I'm like, yeah, the smoke is pretty bad. And it is looking a little orangey out there. But I'm heading down to my appointment, no biggie. So I just put my clothes on and I got to my car, and I remember, I mean, it kind of sounds funny, but I'm like walking to my car half asleep, just, you know, like tired, and I look and people are like stuffing their car with stuff, and I'm like, geez, that is so dramatic. Like, what's going on here? Like, why is everybody, you know what I mean? It just didn't click, you know? And I drove to Chico, and I went to my doctor's appointment, and very, very quickly I found out that it took a really bad turn, and was moving at something like 100 football fields a minute, something just crazy like that. And then I thought about my brother and his wife and my nephew, and he was telling me he was having a hard time getting out of the town, and it was extremely scary. Sorry.
Yeah. It's cool. So it was scary. It was one of the scariest days of our lives, and it was scary for everybody in the town. And like Nate, I have a long history in Paradise as well. I got a lot of family there, and I woke up that morning, and the light was the first thing I noticed.
Yeah,
it just like the sky was not right.
Yeah.
And I remember my daughter saying, like, "Dad, it looks like there's a fire," and she was kind of like joking, but I was like, "Yeah." And inside I was going, "Yeah, that's
totally.
exactly what it looks like." So I was dropping my kids off that morning. My son and my daughter went to school, and I went home, started getting ready for work, and by the time I got back to my house from dropping them off, ashes were already kind of raining out of the sky in my neighborhood. My neighbors were starting to load out stuff, and the emergency broadcasting was not working for us at that time. So it was really word of mouth that was happening. People were calling each other saying, "Hey, you know, KFC up the street's on fire. The church across the street's on fire. And this gas station's on fire." And I was starting to get those calls from family and friends telling me, "Hey, like, we gotta go. Like, this is a nightmare. It's happening." And I grabbed a couple of my guitars and my dog. I didn't really have an evacuation plan ready, but started throwing stuff into my car. And right when I threw 2 guitars in my car, a propane tank exploded in my neighborhood. And it was so loud that I could feel like a percussive effect in my shirt, like an explosion went off. And all of my neighbors kind of just like shrieked, and were just like, we're out of here, we gotta go. So one of the big problems that happened was the gridlocking of the traffic as people were trying to get out. You know, Paradise is a small town, 2-lane streets, stuff like that. And so the first responders were doing a good job opening up both sides of the street for us to get out. And split-second decisions were being made where, you know, before they were sending everybody this way, they'd get a call from people that were closer to where the fire was and say, start sending them this way. Those decisions saved thousands of lives, but a lot of people were still stuck. And so right up the street from me on Edgewood Lane, you know, 5 people died in their cars because they literally couldn't get out. And that was just about 2 blocks from where I lived. And so thankfully, I was able to get out. I took kind of one last look at my place and was like, well, they always get it under control. Like, I'll probably be back, you know, whatever. My place was gone. I found, and that was hard, you know. I lost about $80,000 worth of music equipment and records that I had recorded all my life. My writing, along with, you know, lots of family heirlooms, as did we all. You know, it was really tough. But luckily, you know, my friends, my family, my children all made it out safe, and so that's what I was just thankful to God for, that we all got out. And you know, I'm also a songwriter. I have my own band in Chico. I've been playing for a long time. And one of the cool things that happened is that when I got settled back in Chico, I was able to get a new place. And I started kind of processing what had happened in the town. We've never seen anything on this magnitude, really, where an entire town was wiped out in just a matter of hours. Yeah. And we've seen lots of fires in California, obviously, but nothing quite like this. And so it had just a profound impact on so many people's lives. And one of the ways that I dealt with that as a songwriter and musician was I wrote a song. And I didn't have anything else I could give at that point. I had a couple guitars. I had nothing to donate to help other people. So I was like, maybe I can write a song that will help some people and help them with their own sense of healing. So I posted a cell phone video. And the next morning, that video had 10,000 hits on Facebook. And it just absolutely exploded. The song's called Another Prayer for Paradise. And Nate, being a songwriter, also did the same thing. Although I think his song came out first, if I'm not mistaken. He posted his song, I posted my song, and both of our songs instantly got, a lot of attention because I think they were real and they were very heartfelt. There was no hidden agenda behind it other than just us trying to process what happened and also, provide some sense of hope and healing through our songs. And Nate's had a long music career, as have I. We've both been doing this for 20 years or so, and we lived in the same small town of Paradise, but we never met each other. We didn't even really know about each other. And so suddenly we're both on the news talking about our songs and the fire and who we are and getting press and stories and stuff like that. And we found out about each other. And Nate reached out to me and said, "Hey man, congratulations on your song. That's awesome." I said, "Hey, congratulations to you. This is incredible. How do we not know each other? We're both about the same age and have kind of a similar story and stuff." And I said, "Well, I think we both have the same goal because we wrote these songs and put them out there and then recorded them, and our goal was to donate all of the proceeds from those songs right back to the town. Not take anything, but use all the money from downloads and live streaming on the internet, and just donate it back to the charities and people that were helping others in the town." And so I said, "Hey, I think we can accomplish more together in that effort than we can on our own because we have the same goal and similar interests and similar tastes in music and all that stuff." So we did a show together. It went real well. And then Nate kind of ended up approaching me after that show and said, "Hey, this is pretty awesome. I've got more shows coming up, and I need another guy along for the ride. Are you down with that?" And I said, "Of course." So it turned out one of the shows he was talking about was at the Golden One Center in Sacramento. Just an arena, 20,000 people, no big deal. He asked me if I wanted to do that show with him. And I was like, "Yeah, okay."
I don't know if you want to play.
Yeah. I'll check my schedule, see if I can do
my
that.
People will talk to your people.
Yeah, we'll do lunch. And so, we went and did that show. There was a picture up of us on stage there when we first got here, but it was really cool. And since then, Nate, having a history in Nashville and being a signed songwriter there with Warner Brothers and stuff, he's got, music connections and business and stuff, and he brought me out to Nashville to do some recording as well. So we literally just went out there. We both recorded our own songs. We also recorded some songs together that we had written. That Nashville song that you guys heard just a few minutes ago, that was one of the co-write songs that we did together while we were there. And so it's just been a frenzy since this all happened. And so here we are today in Oregon on the road playing music. We're gonna play some more music tomorrow night in Albany.
Yeah, I used to live there in Albany for about a year.
And we both have new songs coming out pretty soon that we're really excited about. And so our story is kind of like something amazing has come out of such a horrible thing. And we're totally blessed and just beside ourselves to see that. And in my opinion, that's one of the most amazing things about music is that you can take those bad things, horrible things that happen, and find a way to make something positive out of it. I also believe that you can find your own healing from helping other people. And so we're both, trying to do that as much as we can, and just kind of keeping our ear to the ground, finding out who needs help, trying to help those people as much as we can. I'm really happy to say that show we did in Sacramento generated over $5 million for campfire survivors. And and the songs are still on the internet, generating support as well. And we're so honored and blessed to be able to use our gifts to give back to our town, because we both loved Paradise, and I miss it every day. I had a great house, I had a great little life there in that little quiet country town, and it was beautiful. And so we're both leaning on our music a lot to get through that time, and the love and support that we have from people like you guys is really helping us as well. And we're just happy to be here, just to continue to share our story and bring as much hope to people's lives and healing as we can. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. And so kind of with all that being said, I wrote this song for Paradise called One of These Days, and I wanted to write a song that wasn't like a sad song. I wanted it to invoke emotion, but I wanted it to be a song of hope, like a song that like people go like, you know what? Because I was watching news interviews and people were like, sir, so what happened? Oh, yeah, I lost my house and blah, blah, blah. And they go, but we're going to rebuild. We're going to rebuild this town. And I'm like, you know what? That's the heartbeat of the city, is we're resilient, man. We want to see that town be better than it ever was. So this song's about that. There's a lyric in the chorus that says, one of these days we're going to see the sunset rise. And people are like, dude, how does the sunset rise? Like, what does that even mean? But when the fires were happening, there was so much smoke in the air that the sun actually looked like it was a sunset. And I knew one day that the smoke would clear and we'd see it rise again. So that's kind of what that was. It was a metaphor. And I hope you guys enjoy this. It means a lot to me. And every part of the song is literally, like, it was the easiest song to write because Billy Park is literally where I hung out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it was an easy thing to write. So. I can still remember the first time that I fell in love with this town. The tall green trees, the mountain breeze, the girl that made me shake in my knees. I'm gonna miss it, I already miss it. 'Cause one of these days we're gonna see the sunset rise in paradise. One of these days, we're gonna rebuild that church on the corner. On Sunday, singing Amazing Grace. Somebody getting married up on a Saturday. 'Cause one of these days, one of these days. Every Friday night with the big bright lights, the sea of green and gold. After dark it was Billy Park, staying out till we got cold. I'm gonna miss it, I already miss it. Whoa. One of these days we're gonna see the sunset rise in paradise. We're gonna rebuild that church on the corner. On Sunday, singing Amazing Grace. Somebody getting married up on a Saturday. One of these days, one of these days. You can tear these four walls down. You can burn this whole damn city to the ground. You're never gonna take our home. One of these days we're gonna I got one more song for you. Is that okay? Last one here, yeah? I wrote this song, it's called Reckless, and it's about like being a guy in a relationship that just can't get it together, and that is the story of my life, pretty much. Not to be negative here. But has anybody heard of Florida Georgia Line before?
Yeah!
So I wrote this with the bass player for that band, and we put this one together, and I'm just excited about it. I think it might be one of my first singles, so here we go. It's called Reckless. Loving me ain't easy. I can be like straight up whiskey, straight out the bottle. I don't ever like to chase down trouble, no, it just finds me. I can be a little reckless, baby, I ain't short on love. I might be a little selfish, but I'll always fight for us. I get caught up staying out too late, never sending that text, sitting here wide awake. I don't wanna be reckless, like the way I've been loving you. Baby, when it gets dark, the storm clouds are rolling in. You gotta fight those thoughts. It ain't me, it's just the way I am. I can be a little reckless, baby, I ain't short on love. I might be a little selfish, but I'll always fight for us. Not getting caught up staying out too late, never sending that text, sitting here wide awake. I don't wanna be reckless, the way I've been loving you. Anybody want to hear Skip do it solo again? You sure? I just wanna be a little less reckless, a little less reckless. I just wanna be a little less selfish, a little more selfless. I can be a little reckless, baby, I ain't short on love. I might be a little selfish, but I'll always fight for us. Instead of getting caught up, staying out too late, never sending that text, sitting here wide awake. I don't wanna be reckless, the way I've been loving you. I don't wanna be reckless, baby, I ain't short on love. Might be a little selfish, but I'll always fight for us. Not getting caught up, staying out too late, never sending that text, just sitting here wide awake. I don't wanna be reckless, the way I've been loving you. Oh, the way I've been loving you. 'Cause loving me ain't easy. I can be like straight up whiskey, straight out the bottle. I don't ever like to chase down trouble, no, it just finds me.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Hey, you guys are like the best audience ever. That was so fun. Like, and we play at a bar, and it's just like, rah, 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 rah. You guys were like watching. Like, I'm like, yes. Like, how do we hold
We're feeling it, brother. We're feeling
Are
it.
you feeling the feel? You know what I'm saying? I just want to say thanks again for having us, Moses. Seriously,
Yeah,
dude.
thank you
Like,
so much.
you made this awesome. It's so easy for us, you know, to get a lot of sleep, and we're here, and it was awesome. And I just want to say thanks everybody for like listening to our story, and
You're awesome. Yeah.
you guys are awesome. Bless you, seriously.
Thank you.
And you look really familiar. I don't know what. Are you from Chico, Paradise?
No.
You're not? Okay, well,
No.
there's that. Okay.
Does anybody else have any family in that area at all?
Do you know Magalia very well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know Gold Cone Road?
What is it called?
Gold Cone.
Gold.
Is it right off Skyway? Is it north of Kudalink, or is it like?
It's off Skyway.
Okay.
I just want to know how that.
I couldn't really speak to that. I don't know that.
Some parts of Magalia were hit pretty hard. I'm not really sure about that area. If it's higher up, it should be okay. Like lower parts kind of got hit pretty good, but yeah, Magalia did okay. You know, yeah. Any other questions at all?
I'm surprised you two didn't know each other.
Yeah, seriously did not.
Thank you.
It was a weird thing. It was a weird thing. I was actually playing with somebody else when I first started this that I originally wrote One of These Days with, and man, we just butt heads. You know, I love the guy, but we just could not get it together. Probably my fault because I'm a little reckless, but anyways, and then me and
You're live, by the way.
I'm live. Oh my gosh. Well, there's that.
Sorry, Miguel.
Sorry, buddy. I love you, man. But I don't know. We just have a good vibe together, and he's been just an excellent friend to me when I really, really needed it, and you know, it's cool. I love you, bro.